All right, family. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah Susetti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I want you to get on over there to Patreon, family. We got some file up there. I done uploaded some new file material, over 500 exclusive live streams, most powerful Patreon page on the planet. I want you to get on over there to KingSeti.com. Official General Seti products, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, DVDs is off the chain. Get over there, family. Links right there in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to my both YouTube page, General Seti, Sarasu Seti. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, and share with your family and friends. Comment, family, comment. And so let's jump right on off into it. Our holidays, poisoning, poison to foundational Black Americans, aspirations. Yeah, we got to get off into this, and a question came up right before, and I'm going to let a lot of family come on in because somebody said, well, what did Jesus got to see? When y'all want to be, y'all want to jump on who y'all want to jump on. But then when you get to getting on Jesus, motherfuckers get, they get real sensitive. Well, what does Jesus got to do with this? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. What does Jesus? People say, we are no. We're not gonna let you niggas double talk. We're not gonna let you double talk. You're gonna have to stand on what the fuck you saying now. I'm gonna make you stand on. I'm gonna let you come on in. I know you wanna, but we're talking about the holidays, and I know we always come up with the excuse of why we've been We've been practicing it since we was children. And because and motherfuckers been smoking crack for 3 generations and so goddamn what? If it ain't doing nothing for the people, goddamn it, then it got to go. So goddamn what? You got the motherfucker detoxified. Nigga, we been eating pork, even though we done had all type of brain aneurysms in the family. 4 motherfuckers and, got heart disease and, but we still eating it now. You see, this is something that came up with us. You see, this is something we've been doing. We don't. Does it make it right? Cause you've been doing it. Does it make it right? That's all that we talking about. You want some feel good, nigga. You got your dopamine. You got that dopamine attached to these fake ass holidays and shit. That feel good shit. As soon as it come around, nigga, your dopamine get active on that goddamn kundalini shit. That's really what it is. So we have to talk because a lot of I'm stressing where our money is going. That's all. So if you still want to, that's okay. I'm not telling you to do what you want to do. Do what you like. You see, like Digital Underground say, do what you like. You see, if that's what you want to do, I'm not. But then people's out here being critical, and then when the spotlight is shined back on them, motherfuckers don't like it. You see, they want to be the only ones that criticize. That's all. They want to be the only one to criticize. They do not want to be criticized themselves. And it be honest questions. It ain't like nobody's being personal. We just asking honest questions. If our peoples is really about getting their shit together, you see what I'm saying? And like we were saying, and we're gonna wait for a few more people to come on in because I want them to have an opportunity, because they say, well, what does Jesus got to do with it? You see? What did Jesus? We'll come back on in and we're gonna talk about what Jesus got to do with it. You see, and then, but when we ask them, well, what the fuck, what happened to the communities that was behind them churches that's up there on the corner? Don't nobody want to answer. What happened? Where was Jesus at? Can we depend on Jesus? All these churches that been on all this, and you can go in if you got pictures of these goddamn cities, you could take a picture at the corner, you'll see the church, and you see hundreds of houses down the block. Then come 30 years later, you go on that same corner and goddamn take a picture. All you see is the church, and behind it is grass, and ain't no more houses on the block. You see, we got blocks and shit where hundreds of houses have disappeared. There's no house on the block. You see, it used to be 150 houses on each side of the block, 300 houses on the block. Now you go on the block, ain't no house on the block. But do you know the church still on the motherfucking corner? I'm being real. I'm not talking. The fucking church still on the corner. and the houses is gone. You see what I'm saying? So if this is the most we can goddamn get out of Jesus, then we might as well go on and get rid of Jesus. You might as well go on and get, because he ain't did nothing for us. We can't wait no longer. We ain't gonna be here if we wait on him. Talking about wait on Jesus. Wait on him for what? We're going fucking extinct waiting on Jesus. You see what I'm saying? So we have to ask these questions. I know people, but see, I like that, because see, what peoples is really trying to do, these movements is also, you know, peoples is tired of the conscious community getting on the Jesus, on the Muhammad, you know what I'm saying, getting on some of their icons. They miss being, you know, the bootleg niggas that, you know, where they could come out and really, just, prance and shit, and, and wear they bootleg status on their motherfucking, right there on their sleeves. You see what I'm saying? Be the bootleg nigga that they really want to be. You know, they still that individual, but, it's a lot of spotlight on those type of people today. And so, they feel a little shame to come out, all the way out in the open. And so they really want to get this, they really want to get the community out of there. You see, yeah, really want to get the community out of there. But, we want the family to come in. How much money we spending on the holidays, family? You see, how much money we spending on the holiday? You understand? Do we have any holidays that really celebrate? You got one major, two. You got Kwanzaa. You got Juneteenth. That's it. You got two holidays. You see, one motherfucker let you free. You know how you didn't, a motherfucker done jumped on you and set you free, and that's a holiday. You didn't whoop him. You didn't have no, like Haiti. You didn't have no Independence Day where you put the paws on his ass. You see what I'm saying? And set yourself free. They got a real goddamn Independence Day. Some fucking general who wrote a decree that we should be freed and shit did that, and motherfuckers honor him like he Jesus Christ. Yeah, they honor him like he goddamn Jesus. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, black power to all my family out there. I'm just trying to wait for these people to come back on and in here, because I think I got on Jesus, and goddamn it, they say, well, what does Jesus got to do with it? Yeah, what did Jesus got to do? I was gonna tell them. I'm waiting on them to come back on in so we can talk Jesus tonight. You see, I know it's Sunday and this is a beautiful time where we can talk about Jesus. Don't want to do it. Let us go on right in, because I was hearing they trying to say, if you're not FBA, you shouldn't speak for FBA. That's what they saying. They saying you shouldn't speak for FBA, and and if that's the way you feel, that's cool. You see what I'm saying? And if it has anything to do with the national aspirations of our people, I'm almost, in agreement with that to a certain extent, because if somebody give me a jewel and I pick the jewel apart and it can be used for the benefit of our aspirations, I use that jewel. But that don't mean that they dictating anything. That don't mean people can't speak, saying, yeah, you know what, family, I think if you did such and such and such, you know what I'm saying? You could, and so I can, if it's some advice, I think I could take advice. I think I can take advice. But this is what we're saying, that nobody that's not FBA can speak for FBA. So if that's the case, I heard people say, well, Marcus Garvey was from Jamaica. And a few other people, they wasn't from here. You see what I'm saying? They can't speak for us. Well, Jesus wasn't from here neither. Jesus was from goddamn Bethlehem. So if you're not FBA and you can't, how you, if you you saying people can't speak for FBA because they're not FBA, how is the greatest spiritual icon in the FBA community a white man from goddamn Bethlehem? I'm trying to make that make sense. If you pushing people out, you understand, but yet and still, you still control. That mean, goddamn it, you a puppet. That's what the fuck you is. I'm gonna just go straight to the, I'm going straight in your mouth with the shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to give you a jab right there. You feel what I'm saying? You trying to slick talk. That's all it is. You trying to finesse a nigga. You see, if you're gonna put motherfuckers, I put them all out. Why we don't have the greatest spiritual icon is from right here amongst our own people. You understand? That's just clear shit. We talking about nationalism. You don't pick outside of your people if that's the case. You see what I'm saying? If that's the goddamn case, if you gonna pick from what amongst your people, if that's the way you going, if that's the way you feel, ride it all the way out. You see what I'm saying? They ride it all the way. We motherfuckers in hip hop say, no, he can't speak. Busta Rhymes, he can't speak for hip hop. That nigga from Jamaica, he don't know what he talking about. I agree. You see what I'm saying? If that's what he did, he don't. But that don't mean you can't have somebody that come from these areas that respect and drop truth. That don't mean that can't happen. We know there's a segment of the people that are not FBA that are speaking against us. We understand that. Fuck them. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm with that. I'm with that. But this is what we're saying. We're not letting other people speak for us. So how is Jesus, who did not come from amongst our people, how is he the most profound spiritual icon within the community? I think that's some bullshit. I think y'all motherfuckers slick talking. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you goddamn slick. I think you goddamn slick talking. But see, really what it is, you motherfuckers, under all of this, you still love Jesus. And up under all of this, you still love Becky. You still love Billy. That's what it is. You see, that's really what it is. And you saying, and that's why you really you're out here shucking and jiving. You remind me of this one video where these sisters was over in, I believe it was Japan. Oh no, it was in China. It was in China. And this one Chinese woman, she was in the restaurant, seen the sister sitting down and called them some, like a monkey or some shit. You know what I'm saying? She was on the phone with her white boyfriend. A Japanese woman on the phone with her white boyfriend. And she was trying to show the sisters up for the white boy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're nothing but a monkey. And the Chinese government got on her ass, made her apologize and shit. But that's what you're doing. Look, and this is the same motherfuckers you got to go get the signature from, get the reparation, and you up here cutting up on black people, dogging their ass, ain't saying nothing about the Neanderthal at all, because you got to get their signature. The first time they hear you for real, because they not going to ride with you. You see what I'm saying? If they beefing with each other the way that they beefing, soon as they hear you say anything and they hear that, they're not signing a motherfucking thing. They're just real talk. Okay, so let's be serious. If they ain't gonna sign bills, you understand what I'm saying? In the division that's going on amongst their own house, what makes you think that they gonna motherfucking sign a bill for you? I'm not, listen to me. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that because, yes, our ancestors deserve it. They deserve it. We're the inheritors of, their legacy. And so we'll get that, you see. But what about the dignity? You see? What about the damn dignity? Y'all motherfuckers shucking and jiving to get this shit. You ain't got no dignity, nigga. You even worry about the damn answer. You niggas worried about a check. That's what you worry about. And that's okay. If your ancestors work for it, it's yours any which way. But that's really what it's about. It's not really about the dignity of our people, that we're going to put this shit together like we really got a unified mind, that we really want to see our people. No, motherfucker going to get that check, and just like they get their income tax check, you understand? Motherfucker gonna go get them a car and get them a house and get them this and get them that, and that man gonna have all that money back in 2 motherfucking years. He gonna have every motherfucking dime. He gonna be smiling. Now I don't have to hear from these niggas no more. You see, I don't have to hear from these niggas no more. They starving. If you starve, motherfucker, you starve. You ain't got nothing else you can ask me for. You see what I'm saying? So this is really the last roll of the dice for our people. You understand what I'm saying? It's really been the last roll. You see, it's really been the last fucking roll. And so I don't have no aspirations where I think a Neanderthal gonna give me nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like Marcus Garvey said, pull yourself up by your bootstrap. You see what I'm saying? You got the ability. You didn't build civilizations all over the planet. You see, from scratch. What the fuck you look like? begging, you know, a motherfucker to give you what he know he owe you, and then he gonna make you bow down and get on your motherfucking knees to give you what he know he owe you. No, you're not gonna do me like that. Drop the shit on the table and move around. Get the fuck on about your business. We don't owe you nothing. And see, this is what you know. And so this is being set up. You know, this is where you putting your energy into this, and at the end of the day, if you don't get it, what happens? He talking about 2,000 people on Facebook have 2,000. Oh yeah, you just give them anything. You see what I'm saying? 2,000. Oh shit, we could spend 1,000 on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Get a half a pound of the Kush. Shit, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You say you ain't giving but that, I don't believe everybody gonna give it back, but the majority is, and we know what it is. We'll be a goddamn fool to believe any otherwise. But it's like I say, it's yours. So I'm not knocking you for what you're saying. It's yours. So it's yours. Do what you like, and is due us. And I don't hope shit is due us. Either the motherfucker drop it on the table or he don't. I'm not hoping, I'm not motherfucking bitch, drop it on the table. It's old. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors done already bled. See, so you're not gonna make me, nigga, Neanderthal bow and smile with you. And I'm not doing none of that. You feel what I'm saying? You motherfuckers do what you want to do. I ain't doing none of that. I got an initiative to pull myself up. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be just fucking fine. You feel me? I just be fucking. And if it come, it just come, cause it's due. It's due my ancestors. So if it come, it's mine anyway. I don't give a fuck whether nobody like me or not. My ancestors bled for And so if it come, it come. But we're asking, what are we doing in the meantime to prove to ourselves that we are ready to handle this, because it'll be the last dance. You won't get another dance now. If it do come, you won't get another dance. You see, so what do you intend to make sure you do in order to secure, the black, these our FBA family here? What's gonna secure us? And what is our vision of the future after these reparations? What is the vision? And people gonna come but as we say these things, I'm looking at a house that's falling apart. We're talking about the United States. It's falling apart. And so they can't get it together. You see, they mind, because they know that they really at the end or they at a very critical period right now where they got to reshuffle every fucking thing. You see, to get some semblance that they got power. They don't have that power of the mind like they used to, like 40 years ago and shit. United States say jump, motherfucker, jump. You see what I'm saying? United States say jump, motherfucker, jump. You see, today it's a different world. Motherfuckers is disgruntled. You see, a lot of people not ready to come from up under that thumb. Europeans, it don't matter what Europe, America, people ready to come from up under that thumb. So they don't have that kind of control now. The motherfuckers didn't got knowledge of how this banking system is working. People know that they've been finessing this shit. That they've been giving away their resources for a piece of paper that don't mean shit. Now they ready, because niggas now know what it is. Now they really ready to go digital on your ass. So that nigga, they gonna even go deeper on your ass. It's digital, where they could just type numbers in. You don't even know what a motherfucker. As far as they wealth, they could just type any goddamn numbers in that they want. You see what I'm saying? Type the shit in, and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing, because everything gonna be operated through the goddamn digital. You see what I'm saying? So they could freeze your shit. They could freeze your operation anytime you ain't in accordance with how they want you to act. This is some crazy shit we dealing with today. You see, this is some crazy shit. And so, where's the celebration of and yeah, buy gold and silver and guns too, because you're gonna have to protect it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to goddamn protect it. You feel me? You're gonna have to goddamn protect it. And even then, people might not, if it get critical out there, you can have gold and silver. If motherfucker got food, he ain't gonna let you get it. You can't eat a gold nugget. You see what I'm saying? This shit shut down out here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, after shit get to operating, but if a motherfucker got food and you got a gold nugget, that motherfucker might tell you to keep your goddamn gold nugget. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, even there, we understand because gold is, we know what it is. But in a critical period, you know what I'm saying? Even that might not mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can shave off gold, but you can't you act like it's cheese. You can't sprinkle that shit over no goddamn, you know, no goddamn spaghetti or nothing. Now, if you down, we in the bunker and you got shredding gold and I'm over this motherfucker with cheese, you can have your shredded gold, goddamn. I'm gonna have shredded cheese over this motherfucker. You feel me? Yeah, nigga, you know, that's what we talking about in the if the shit hit the fan, you know what I'm saying? It, like right now, motherfuckers and shit, you know, people hungry, they need food. You see what I'm saying? They looking for somewhere to go. People they like cancel Thanksgiving. You might as well can. And I'm gonna see what happens around Thanksgiving. You see, and there's some people out here trying to feed people. You know, it's some people out here trying to feed people. But at the end of the day, we're gonna see how many people break their neck to have a Thanksgiving. You see what I'm saying? Big elaborate ass, tables full of food and shit. If it's food out there, but we're gonna see with so many people out here hungry and shit. You know, you say shave off the gold to trade for food. Shit, you know, I ain't. Yeah, if they willing to accept it, you know what I'm saying? If they willing to accept it, if they willing to accept it, man, fuck it, I'm keeping my food. If I got food and motherfucker got, yeah, Ray say he don't celebrate holiday. That's wise. It's all right if people want it, but but mentally, uh it does say, where your mind is at. Because you talking about leave that damn if it ain't FBA, leave the shit behind. You know what I'm saying? Don't let no but all your holidays, why you not celebrating yourself? You got one holiday, and that's when a nigga supposedly set you free. That don't make no sense. Where's the uplifting? That ain't got nothing, to celebrating the great ones. Them supposed to be holidays and shit. We supposed to have some shit that ain't attached to the worst period of our motherfucking existence. You see what I'm saying? We don't always want to be thinking, and we should also have holidays for those periods too, but that shouldn't be all what we have. You feel what I'm saying? It shouldn't be the only motherfucking holiday this is when the master set us free. Oh, thank you, master. Yeah, let us celebrate. Let us celebrate. Master set us free. And goddamn, as soon as he set you free, he installed Jim Crow and every motherfucking thing else. Nigga, you ain't free. If you was free, you wouldn't be still asking this man for your money. How you free? Free to do what? Nigga, beg? Free to beg. All right. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, family. I appreciate y'all. We got some more fire that we're going to be dealing with today. Make sure y'all stay tuned. We got some exclusive membership videos up. Make sure you check them out. You see? Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Ray. You already know. Make sure y'all get over there and the YouTube membership videos, Patreon. We got fire up for all of them. Check them out, family. You shouldn't miss it. Anyway, here we go. We'll be right black. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beat daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Boom. Black power.